how much is off the cuff when you're doing when you're out there in front of a big crowd on live national TV? How much is, you know?
I will say, and I don't want, if this is a business here. I will say, I think that, there's been enough documentaries and stuff like that. And even Vince has came back and said, we're not trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes. Obviously, we are sports, we are entertainment, we are theater, we are all these things. There are many things that happen off the cuff. There's many stories that change on live television based on the fans' reaction. Like there could be something that happens and there's something in mind for this one thing, but the people completely go a different way. And you go like, oh, and sometimes you don't even realize the magic you have in front of you because the people will often tell you that. And so there could be plans that have been like, okay, this is what we're doing here to wherever. And then they
Right.
go out there and then a spark, yes movement, something happens to where it just changes the game. And that's really a cool factor. But obviously, with injuries, things have to change. And that's, you know, I think we get to a space, and it depends on who you're working with, like where you can go out there. If I'm comfortable with someone, I don't really necessarily have to talk about anything, you know? But then there's other people who are very new and you have to make sure that they're safe and come, because the last thing we don't want anyone to get hurt, right? Because we still have to drive 200 miles to the next town the next night, which obviously is not what we're doing right now because of COVID and all that stuff. But we still have to drive to the next town next night. We still have to go out and put a show on for those people. And you don't want to do something stupid or whatever that gets somebody injured, out of nowhere. So unless there's genuine friction between people, which they just don't like each other, and it just
And that happens.
sometimes that happens too. So you just never know.